Well, so what I'm saying is that I totally agree with what you said, that we could manifest, we could create things. And the reality is a lot of people could not do it because they don't dream anymore. They might have goals. They they have hope sometimes. They will plan things, but they do not dream anymore. And what I put in dreaming, I was explaining it like we are an extension of God. Because when we take everything in this universe, human being is, even in the scriptures, it is said that man has control over everything: animals, plants, uh, forest, land, water, everything. It means that if we have to rank or hierarchize things, then we take it as a pyramid. We are at the top of that pyramid. And what is even fantastic is we are able to create life because a man and a woman can come together and have a child, and this is life. And if you could even simply imagine everything that happened from the time fertilization occurred until a human being is created, this is the highest form of creation. And scientists, and I'm speaking as a scientist as well, until now are not able to create a life from the blue, from nothing. Could you imagine that? People will tell you that we are 95 on over 99% um, empty. Like when you take an atom, they will tell you that there is nothing in the atom. It's just a nucleus, and uh, there is nothing actually. It's emptiness, right? But vibrating, and this vibration is what actually creates the matter. But the thing is, why could scientists not create life in laboratories? And I'm not talking about causing plants or animals, breeding and all those things, but to really creating from nothing. It's not possible. It haven't been possible for centuries, for millenaries. And even today, it's not possible, despite the advances in sciences. But then, how could people, human beings, able to create a life, could not believe they have the power to create
Yes,
simple thing, to materialize simple thing, to
absolutely.
materialize their dream life, what they truly want in life? How could you, like, we see that miracle every day. Every time a woman gives birth, this is a miracle. And we can do that. And it seems normal for us, but still, things like what you said, saying this is gonna happen that way or it's not gonna happen. And you said it and it happened. You see? But some people will not even try. And that is what is dramatic. They will not even try because for some reason they think maybe it's not possible. Why? That is the true question. And that is why, every time I will always link it with our mission at the Positive Mindset Institute. Because the truth is there, out there. You see people you sometimes, and if you had a magic wand, you would change things in their life, but you cannot do it. They have to do it themselves. And even sometimes when you are, look, one day I met a man selling books, personal development books. And I said, okay, well, I check a few books and I found Think and Grow Rich. And I found also other fake nice books. And that day I purchased 5 books. And he was telling me, you've got to take Think and Grow Rich because it is a good book. And I asked him, did you read it? He said, well, I read it, but I said, well, you sell personal development books, but do you at all read those books? He said, yes, I read them sometimes. That's okay. You should read them seriously because I see you and you are a hard worker, but you must agree with me that something is not um, good in your life yet, economically and financially speaking. And he said, yes, sir, you are right. It's life is hard. I say, actually, life is not hard. Life is exactly what you declare it is for you. So if you tell me that life is hard, then life will be hard to you. Just take life as a mirror. If you smile, life, your reflection in the mirror will be smiling too. If you are hungry, so will be your your reflection in the mirror. So life simply echo what you just show, what you send. And say, yes, but for you, it is easy to, to say that. Because look, you just bought 5 books worth around 20,000. And me, I'm selling those books, but I cannot buy it. I say, yeah, why do you think that there is something, I'm different in something compared to you? He said, no, well, I just have to look at you, the way you are dressed and this and that. I could really see that it's different. You are better. You are lucky in life. And I told him, you know nothing about me. And what I'm telling you, just this book, Think and Go Rich, you are advertising. Actually, you don't have to advertise it because I have it. And what is in this book, if you start applying it, it will change something because you are already hardworking and you don't care what other people will say because you are not well dressed, maybe, but you are not stealing other people. It was a very hot day and you are selling books in the street. I don't know how many kilometers you walk every day. But even if I give you money today, it will mean nothing. But the material, those things, you've got to take advantage. Okay. But the guy, he could not believe that what is contained in the books he's selling is something that could change his own life. You see? And when I was looking at him, I had the feeling that his uh, potential of dreaming and dreaming big faded over time. And at some point, he could not even accept the idea of thinking out of the box. And that is how paradigm could trap people because they cannot see anything than their present reality. But the present reality is not their identity. And this, in my opinion, is the biggest struggle. And it's also one of the reasons why people could not manifest real things they truly want because they don't even try because they stopped believing in the process. And I think that what we are doing here is very important. It's like a gospel, you know, it's something we we discover it and we want to share with others. You see? So this is how I feel about your experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's very powerful. Thank you so much, Dr. Meda, because you went deep, 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 so deep to uncover, right? Uh, the disbeliefs. Yes, disbeliefs people hold over generation, which preventing them from manifesting. And I would love for us to really talk about this evening about creation, how we create things. Um, and you said something that is that's really boggled my mind. You said, people most of the time people believe in the evidence of the senses, what they see, right? They really believe in the evidence of the senses.
Mm.
Senses are hearing, seeing, okay, touching, uh, uh,
Feeling.
uh, yes, tasting, etc., etc. So, and those senses are dictating certain realities. And most of us, we are so stick to the reality that we forget about the unseen world. I was reading a book, and there was a passage where the author said that imagination is God's eye. That's why even in the Bible, it's written that God does not see how we as human beings we see things. Yes, God look at our heart. So it is very important that uh, when it comes to creation, we really not only develop our imagination, but to prune it, to really prune it and make it uh, and make it really useful for us. You know what? How come that? Uh, a man who can do more, because this is a saying that a man who he who can do more can do less.
Yes.
Yes. So how come that men who can create life, generate life, okay, believe that it is impossible for them to manifest a simple goal? Whatever it may be, whatever it might be, a goal is less important than creating life, right? So this is the tragedy of the mankind, right?
Mm.
We think that, and it all starts with our thinking. Our thinking. We need to cherish our thinking. There is a book of The Science of Getting Rich, written by Wallace D. Walton. Oh my goodness. It is a classic. I really recommend you to order it for your library. My goodness.
What is the title again?
Yes, The Science of Getting Rich. I may send you a copy of it, a PDF copy. Oh my goodness, it is so powerful. It is so powerful. Once you read that book, whatever it is your position, financial position, you will get rich. Believe me, the guy said that. The author said that in order to become rich, you need to think in a certain way. You need to think in a certain way and and do things in a certain way. That's why you will see many people involved in the same business, same activity, working at the same company or occupying the same position, but one will be rich and the other will be poor. How come that doing the same thing will lead people to different results, different outcomes?
Mm.
So the first, this is the basis of making your life dramatically changing is thinking in a certain way. See, thinking in a certain way means that you concentrate the majority of your thoughts on your goal as if they are already achieved. When I said to that guy that this wedding ceremony will be canceled, I was living it. I was seeing us hosting our webinar peacefully, as we always do. Right? I didn't care about how it's going to happen. And I have no doubt in my heart. That's what is said in the Bible. If you do not doubt, if you have no doubt in your heart, then whatever you ask shall be given. Jesus said that in the Bible. But what we do on a daily basis is that when we ask for something, we do check. Hey, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Are they going to call me? Am I really, will I be really get selected? Etc., etc. All those questions, okay, unveil our disbeliefs, our doubts, and whatever doubts comes in, the creation process is cancelled.
Yes.
Regardless of all the effort you put in before. Whenever the doubt comes in, the process is cancelled. And you need to restart. That's why you will see people that are just restarting. We need to really take care of our thoughts, concentrate them upon our desires. And the tool to make that happen is our attention. See, you know, a number of troubles are going on in the world now. And this is where, if you are a master of thinking, you win the game. Because the world, the system of the world is planned, is designed to get you lost. This is a truth that you must be aware of. The system, the world system is built, is designed in such a way that if you are not a master thinker, you will get lost, no matter the amount of effort you will put in. So direct your attention to whatever you want to accomplish. This is very crucial. And we can't overemphasize, because it is the basic, it is the grassroots, it is the foundation. See, it is so good to live in freedom, to become the master of your destiny. I am in joy. And it is within the reach of everyone, every single one. Unless you determine, unless you decide and you commit, you reach a committed and irrevocable decision that you're gonna do it. It is within us, because we can create. Any one of us can create. Nothing is supreme than life, but we do create life. So, there is a whole book written by Mark Victor Hansen and Crystal Hansen. They entitled the book Ask. Oh my goodness. Ask. This is the starting point. So what you just said to me, why is it that I can create life, okay, but I'm not capable of manifesting a desire? Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Something is wrong. That's how questioning can help you to get rid of these beliefs. Something is totally wrong. And we need to treat, we need to deal with serious. We need to deal with this effort seriously. Because this is the greatest undertaking of our lifetime. Manifesting, becoming successful, and manifesting your desire, your goals are the greatest undertaking of your lifetime. It is the biggest company that you can run, the biggest business that you can run. And you need to run that business successfully to build a legacy and leave a legacy to not only your children, but to the next generation. Because we're not here for, we're not here for the simple pleasure of being here. We're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. We're here to impact positively the world. We're here to leave legacy, right? So it is very important that when we join this series of webinars dedicated to success, and we listen to Dr. Meda every Saturday, we have to change our life. So, it is reading the Bible that you will know the truth. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. I always wonder, what is that truth? Always. I was in that quest for a number of years. What is that truth? Because I want to know the truth. Because I want to be free. I want to be free. I think I started discovering this truth. God is unfolding me this truth. Thanks to teaching from Dr. Meda, from Rhonda Ben, from Bob Proto, etc., etc., I am discovering the truth. And you know what? The the how can I, you know, the most incredible, unbelievable thing is that that truth lies within me. So it is self-discovery. It is self-discovery. And the truth lies within every one of us. But we running after, people are running after success. They are running after happiness. They are running after health. They are running. They are ready to spend, hey, millions. But they're not ready to pause. They're not willing to pause and look up their heart, and search search the truth within them. Yes, this is the tragedy. What we're looking for, what we're running after is already within us, right? Many of us do not know that. I'm gonna guarantee you, when you know that truth, the whole being change. And when your whole being change, your identity change. When your identity change, okay, your standards, your belief system change. The moment your belief system change, your reality will start changing. For sure. There is no doubt about it. It is so true and so misunderstood. I can taste it. I can taste the results at my little level. It's working, and it works for anyone to just be willing to apply it to your life. And creating it is so important. We get in we head into a century, uh, even this current century, when people used to compete. We do not need anymore to compete. We need to create, to really create, to change our destiny, to change, okay, the old pattern of doing things. And begin creating begins with setting big goals. Setting big goals and not settling for the minimum. Many people are playing safe. They are playing safe because they are settling for the minimum. But to create, we need to envision big things. I'll pause here, and I don't know if you want to add something.
You, it was very amazing what you said, actually. And I really don't feel the need even to add anything because you said it all. And my reflection would maybe go in the sense of asking, because this I I think that this is a so serious question. But when people, for instance, they read books or they read even the scriptures, Bible or whatever important book, there are some of those statements or um, orientation instructions that people, they do not understand at a deeper level. Because when we say ask or asking, it's an art. How would you ask if you don't know yourself what you need? And then that is when you realize that everything is interconnected. How will you ask if you don't know yourself? Because without knowing yourself, without knowing who you truly are, you don't even know what you need or what you want. And without defining what you truly want, you may not be able to ask it. And there is a way of asking to get an answer. Because if you don't ask the right way, and then here I will even illustrate it with daily things. Look, two persons, let's say they are co-workers and they want a salary increase, or maybe they want a favor, or they want a day off, maybe because they have a personal thing and they want just a day off. Do you know that the way you ask your manager or your boss will determine also largely whether it accepts or not? If you think that, okay, well, um, I work too much. I work too much. And this is the first time in 5 years that I want to ask this thing. So you must let me go uh, because I have a very important personal thing to do. He will tell you it's not my business. You sign for a work, then you've got to do it. But look, a second person who approaches the same manager differently with strategy, the manager could give that favor when the other will be refused the same favor. You see? So even the way of asking is really important. And from what I understood so far, one of the major components of asking is also being able to see it with, I would say, with your mind, not with your eyes. And what I mean is that you need to see it on the screen of your mind, like if it already happened. You visualize, you see it, you feel it. This is a major component of asking. And that you don't need any sophisticated tool. You don't need, well, I believe that fasting, for instance, is good for your health, right? But you don't even need to fast if you ask that way.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Yes.
And it's really aligned with what you said, that it is within you. You don't have to fight, to struggle, to compete, even, because you don't have to. Everything is just inside. And I read something, I can't remember exactly where, And they said, let's say that the divine source is, let's say, the ocean. Then you go at the ocean and you have maybe different bottles, and you take some of this water, you pour it in different bottles. So you may have different brands, different shapes, and different colors as well. Then, if I take three different colors of bottle, one will be red, one will be green, and the other one may be black. From outside, you may think that, okay, well, those bottles are different, therefore the content might also be different. Maybe it's true, but if it is true, if we assume that someone went at the beach and poured the ocean water on into those bottles, it means that they all have actually the same source. So anything you need to do with, this water will have the same property. And it means that what I want to illustrate is, from outside, the color might be maybe the difference that we could see in the society, different of level, different of gender, difference of whatever it is, of even the level of success. But the thing is, everyone has that source, that power. And if you use it appropriately, you can get the same result. So in the end, it's all about that. And we need to keep doing that, keep informing our peers so that we really change the narrative. We change the mindset to get rid of the old paradigm and
Yes.
cultivate, replace it. Actually, we have to overwrite the old paradigm with a new one. And sometimes it could take time. And it's important to be patient and to trust the process. But if you also want to compare yourself with others, you may be disappointed. And doubt, in my opinion, is a major threat, I would say. Because every time you doubt, it's just like you cancel all the good work that you did before. Because in doubt is, I would say, it's a mix of feelings. It's insecurity, it's fear, it's incertitude, it's lack of self-confidence. It's a lot of things packaged together. So when you doubt, then any manifestation work you did just before, you cancel it. And you shared a story in the community, I think 2 months ago, and you started by saying, okay, this is a beautiful day. You did your meditation and everything. Life is beautiful. You have a very good vibe, positive energy. But right after the meditation, something happened, and then you started you are angry, you started doubting, or maybe you started shouting at your kid, and all those things will sort of cancel. Not sort of, will cancel partly or totally what you already built in the morning. So it's really important to not to self-destroy with doubt, and it's normal when you don't know how, but the how is none of our problem, because it is said that even animals with no arms and all those, birds, they eat every day. And so why would anyone be overstressed about the why? The why is not your business. Just leave it to the universe. And you will find the why. And sometimes the way you find how, the path to achieve something, sometimes it's so strange. And when you reflect about that, you realize that things sometimes will work together such a way that even your adversities, even your challenges actually are creating a path that is for sure gonna lead you to what you want. And that is why we always say that failure is not catastrophic. Not at all. All those things are part of the journey. And it's important to shift the focus from what is missing to what is already there, what we already have, and also what we want with discipline, but also keep in mind that it's as much important to let go, because letting go is an act of assurance, because you can afford to let it go, not to think about it, only when you are sure that this is going to happen. So I think that, yeah, this is something we should all cultivate more and more. And we see how beautiful it is, how amazing it is to really enjoy we creating, bringing into reality things with our mind. It's not only rewarding, satisfying, it makes you actually feel that life is indeed truly beautiful, and there is abundance everywhere. And not only that, but because it's also accessible to everyone. There is no scarcity. No scarcity. Like, there is more than enough for everyone. So why would anyone be stressed about not getting or not finding your place in this society, in this world, not succeeding? Why? So I would like to stop there, and
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dear Doctor, I really appreciate um, a noteworthy contribution, and I wanna I wanna emphasize the importance of letting go of uh because I realized it recently. I was wondering how to manifest great things, okay? And I was totally I went all in. I really went all in. I did my best. But um at the end of the day, I was still not truly satisfied because I wanted more. I wanted to have more. So I started questioning the process where I failed to apply correctly the law. Because I'm gonna tell you, the law never fails. Never ever. It's always operating, working out for everyone if you put it into action perfectly as it requires. And then I came across the concept of letting go of. I heard of that before. I knew this concept before, but I didn't really apply it. Like, I didn't really apply it to the letter. So that time I decided to really let go of everything. Like Dr. Joe Dispenza said, he said, uh, have no thoughts, be nothing. Just be still. Right? So when you ask for something, okay, but you completely let go of it, but you do not hold onto the thing that you ask for, then miracle will start happening because you truly believe. Yes, you release any disbelief from within. But if you are overthinking about what you ask, like wondering, oh, does what I ask will happen? Okay, does what I ask happen? Does okay, and you start asking those questions because we must be. Let's get real. As human beings, sometimes we doubt. We doubt. So it is your business, it is your duty to control this part of your uh this part of your mindset, but this is not actually your mindset, it is your old program, it's your old paradigm, which you refuse to die, right? So because it has been built for many years. You cannot deconstruct what you have built for 20 and for some 30 years or 40 years, etc., etc. You won't uh, uh, you won't destroy it, okay, replace it overnight. No. So it is really a serious work that you need to do. And from time to time, it may remind you of, okay, the doubt. So when the doubt comes in, it is your duty now, okay, to control it and release it by letting go. This is such a beautiful concept. Letting go of it is such a beautiful concept because many of us we ask for certain things, but we are always overthinking. But always overthinking. It happened. It happened to me before until I I discovered the principle, the concept of letting go of, right? We always overthinking. And we forget that what we focus on, we created. So because holding onto the thing you ask for is like you are still living in the lack. It's like it is a signal that you are not receiving what you ask for. So when you are overthinking, you are thinking on lack. And this is what is going to manifest for you, right? So let's make sure that we let go of completely. How to let go of something that you ask for. You truly release, okay? You truly release any disbelief. You totally believe that whatever you ask for, it will be given to you. Dr. Meda said, and it is true because it is written in the Bible. It said, the Bible said that birds are fed. Birds are fed without working. So can you. Imagine you as a creation, God creation, right? If birds are fed, it means that it is our birthright to be fed by God. And when I'm talking about feeding, it's not only about food. No, it is covering all your needs. I'm talking about, meeting all your needs. Because we are connected to the greatest source. Money comes from a source. Money comes from the source, the greatest source. Happiness from a source. Okay? Any material thing that you see in the world comes from a source. A car comes from a source. Okay? Joy comes from a source. Health comes from a source, etc., etc. And that creates an important source. This substance, Wallace D was called a supreme substance. Okay, the invisible substance is God. In other words, it is your mind, your beautiful mindset, your beautiful mindset. I read a book where it said that the universe is in our mindset. Can you imagine that? That's why that's why everything comes down to mindset. And at Positive Mindset Institute, we're dedicated to transforming people mindset toward results. Okay, they want to get results that stick, right? So the universe lies in your mindset. Otherwise, you are the universe. We are the universe. We are the expression of the universe. We are the expression of God. And it's give us the power to manifest if we become aware of our potential of manifestation. Yes, if we become aware of it. If we're not aware, nothing will happen. Nothing. But if we become aware of it, we manifest because we take control over our mindset, where the entire universe lies. And then we become a magnet, a magnet for manifestation. Things will happen, boom, 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 like that, right? So creating, it is what distinguish from the masses. What distinguish from the masses? And nowadays we need to be distinguished from the masses. Okay, we not call, and I do believe that each of us has a specific calling. Yes. So it is a vain quest to jump into a trap that you are not called, right? So and it's implies that we need to it implies that we need to create instead of competing. We need to create, and we have been given the ability to create. We just need to be aware of that. Once we become aware of that, it will unfold and we just enjoy. So I really hope that you will become aware of your hidden potential, right? Your greatest potential, as you are the source of anything. You've been given the power to manifest anything. You just need to become aware of it and then manifest it. Okay? Manifest it by changing your whole mindset, your belief system, and setting big goals. Life is truly amazing. Truly amazing. All right. So, you may have a question. Time is up to ask your question. Dr. Maria, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Coach. Good evening, Coach. Good evening, Dr. Meda. I'm doing very well. I had also a good day. And it totally slipped my mind that we have called this evening. And I joined late, but I take the time just to learn a little about the topic. And I'm faced with a leader, two big leaders. So I'm wondering if I can add something, but I will try. So our topic is about leadership.
We
Right?
actually talk about how to create.
How to create.
Yes.
Okay.
We were supposed to talk about leadership, but sometimes there is this, I would say, inspiration that will
Absolutely.
pop,
Okay.
and there is always a message behind that. Maybe someone needs to listen to what we said today, whether it's here or on YouTube, we don't know, but we just follow through, and we just follow the wave.
Okay. Thank you. I'm trusting you because I know that you are a good leader. So your thinking about the topic is necessarily good. So about creating, what I can say is, and we already discussed about it with Coach Jerome. In our school, since our primary school, we are like training to become a functionary like that. And we saw a video with Coach on American people, and it was the former President Barack Obama who is talking to new students in a school about how to see around them the problem and to try to find a solution or to create something that can help people to get over the problem. And we said at that time that it is a great way to train our child. So in their mind, it will be like something about how to create something which can help population. And this creation will be about your ability, your capacity, natural capacity, and also what you learn in your life and what you are like curious about. So normally we are called creators and we are the image of our creator, God. So we also in us have a capacity to create. And just thinking about it and just aware about this capacity that we have is a great thing which can push ourselves to create. And read a book on a big creator, inventor can also inspire us to find a solution, to find like an innovation. And we innovate. Like this webinar, it is innovation, I think. So thank you for this opportunity, which is also an innovation. And thank you also for this topic. Just hear about it can help us to thinking like a deeply, so to find something new, something that can help us, can help people who surround us, can help population in national and international level. So what I can add now. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Muriel. I do have a question for you. I really align with what you said. My question is, do you think that most people nowadays are even aware they are creators
No,
and that they
no, and I have, for instance, I was at TOEFL a week ago to teach forester, student forester. And one guy asked me about what specialty his daughter can do in university, so to have fastly a job. And like, there is no job today. You have, and I thought I said to him that not a good way to choose a specialty or a field in university. We know that to like something something that like practitioner rapidly help us to like self-employers or be employer for with something. But we have to think about what solution we can find so to become not only an employer but also help a population. And I talked with this guy in around many hours about all of the specialty in university, the like advantage, inconvenience. And I also told them that he had to ask her daughter about what she wants to do really and what she has the ability to do. So in this many possibility, they can choose one, but you have to teach her daughter that they can also be like innovator. And to respond to your question, I can say that most of people are not aware about this great ability that God given us. So it is what I can respond to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, most people are not aware of that. They, I wanted to mention something quickly before maybe we give the opportunity to Vencesline to also share her point of view about everything we discussed today. We talked about letting go, and with regards to that, there is something just I think I heard it somewhere, but I could not make I could not remember exactly. So I will try to put it as the best I can, but I for sure could not reference it to someone specifically. It doesn't make sense actually to worry in life. It makes no sense. And here is the demonstration. I heard it or I read it somewhere. They say when you worry about a situation, every time you worry about a situation, you need to ask yourself two questions. First thing, actually not two questions, but only one question. And that simple question is, do I have the power of changing the outcome? Can I change the outcome? So if your answer is yes, then there is no, it's not meaningful, it's not relevant for you to worry because you have the power to change the outcome. You have the power to change the situation. So it means that you still have the control because you know how to change it. You have the resources, you have everything to change the situation. Then it means that worrying about that particular situation is a waste of energy. And if your answer is no, it doesn't make sense to worry either. Why? Because you said that I cannot change the situation. So if you cannot change the situation, why would you worry about that? So in any case, worrying about a situation is a waste of energy. And I found it so brilliant because worrying creates more unwanted outcomes than not worrying. Because what you fear is what is going to happen. Because when you focus, when you fear or you worry too much about a situation, then all your attention is focused on that situation. And you attract it more. Look, in the traffic, let's say that we talk about the green cars. Do you know how many green cars are in circulation every day? But you will never notice them. Why? Because they are not your main focus. But the day you will say, I'm interested in green cars, that day you will realize that there are even more green cars in the roads that you may have always thought about. Which means, and like I'm just transposing this reasoning to real life. It means that when you put all your attention on something, what you see more and what you receive more, what you deal more with is that particular thing. Just as in the example of the green car. And this, personally, I have tested that hypothesis several times. Several times, I'm telling you. I have a good friend who I wanted to buy a car. And I told him this model of car is good. And he told me, no one drives it. This car is not, no one drives it in the country. So if I need to repair it, no one, and I told him, actually, it's simply because you are not aware of that. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. So starting from now, pay attention to that. 2 or 3 days later, he called me. He said, yes, I will buy this car because I see it everywhere. Everywhere I go, I can see only this car. I said, what changed? Did you change the place you hang out, where you go, the places you attend, or the conference, or whatever you do? He said, no. I said, okay, the same routine, same time, same itinerary, same places, but now you see more of this particular car. Why? Because now you are aware of that. And that is the same thing with worrying or focusing on the lacks. When you focus on the lacks, then you are aware of that. And everything you're going to see everywhere will be lacks everywhere.
You attract it.
Yes, you attract it actually. So it's better not to worry in any case, because either you have the resources to change the situation, or you don't have it, and then it doesn't make sense to worry. Then just focus on the outcome and live your life, let it go, and enjoy the journey simply. So this was something I wanted to just to share. And the last thing I want to say is, every time you doubt or you start doubting, it's important to remember your past success, your past glories. It's important. And personally, that is something I do. Because retrospectively, let's say 15 years ago, there were things you could not think that you will get through, that you will find a way. But what happened? 10 years later, you realize that you are amazing. You did so well. You achieved great things in the past. So if you did it in the past, you have the potential to do it again today and tomorrow. So remembering your past success is really important to shift your mind from doubt to confidence, because you say, yeah, I can do it, because I already in the past dealt with critical situation and I found my way out. I was able to succeed. So then again, there is no need to worry about anything or to doubt. And this is something I want to share with you guys, because more often we tend to forget our past successes, but they could help in those situations of doubting. Might be normal, as you said, Bjorn. In some situation, you may doubt because of a reflection, maybe because of a reflection of a relative or someone else. But every time it's important to remember that I am not that person. I am unique. I am a creator. I am powerful. I am an achiever. I achieved great things in the past. I did it. I will do it again today and tomorrow and the day after, forever. Why? Because I have it within me. I'm a successful person. I'm at the image of God. I'm a creator. And anything I could think about, I have the potential and the power to bring it to materialization, because this is my born right. It's my right, actually, to do all those things. So now I think I will also stop there so that we hear from Princess Lion. Princess Lion, if you want to share anything with us, a question, a reflection, experiences, personal experiences, a story, anything that align with our tonight's subject. Or even the testimonial.
Hello, Mr. Muriel, Mrs. Muriel.
Can you hear me? You told me the other day that you have
I'm hearing
testimonials, and I really would like if you don't mind sharing them, because it's important to see that what we are saying here is something that can get a result to people, can change people's result. And it's important to hear your success stories. It's really important so that people who still doubt, they realize that it's not BS, but it's something that works. It's just law. And when you apply it, you change your result. This is mathematics. It doesn't change.
I want to thank Mr. Meda and Mr. Shuram for this beautiful Zoom, because I think that you are talking to me. You know what? At the beginning of this year, every time when I take my phone and I want to see what time is it, I see all day mirror hour. And I don't know why it's be possible. And I'm talking to myself, why did I always saw mirror hour? And I think that I have the answer today. It's me and my mind who attracts that. And I think that I must try to think about more positive things to manifest that in my life. And after that, I talk about our last success webinar to Mr. Meda that I have one big testimony, but I don't know why I slept. You know that when I start to did to join this webinar, I try to apply how what I learned here. And you cannot imagine before that I can't stay alone and do and did a lot of things with myself when I was alone with my daughter. And the week of our last webinar, the women who helped me with my daughter, she wake up and she said that she don't want to stay no more with me. And I thought to her, why? She said, no, she don't want to stay no more here. And I thought to her, okay, you can go on. But I have one reflection in my mind. How can you do anything with yourself alone with your daughter? And I'm little bit fear. And when I wake up the day after the day she went, I told to my daughter, okay, we are alone. You must help me for did a lot of things at house, and I managed her to help me. And you cannot imagine the beautiful week I had. We try to did a lot of things with ourselves. I woke up every morning, I did everything, and she helped me. And I went at work with her, and we came back at home, and we have a so much deeply conversation. And I realized that my daughter is still is growing up, but I didn't realize that. And the Saturday at the end of the week, we went at a party for the some women try to open one library for children, and we went there, and at one time they did a class with children to how to express herself, how to manage herself when they are hungry. And my daughter said to everyone that when her mother is hungry, she did meditation. And she talked about that, and I realized that she is looking at me. She observed all things I'm done. And they have one room for women, and they have a lot of book about mindset. And she enter at the room, and she go ahead, and she read the title of the book who are there, and she gave me one who talking about how to manage your child. And she tell me that you must try to read this at first. And I realized that she's growing up, and I'm there. I'm fear about how to manage her, how to do something with her, how to do this with her, how to do this with her. And it's just an amazing week. And for ending, I have one question for Mr. Meda and Mr. Jerome. Today you talk about how to create your life, how to, and sometimes we have negative thinking in our mind, how to let that go on and be more powerful and successful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Line. There was also, I really appreciate you sharing those things. There was something that you told me, but you did not say here. Now, I don't know if I could say it or not.
Yes, you can.
Because you told me that you changed in a positive way at a point that your daughter realized that. And one day she told you, what did she tell you?
She told me that I think that you are better than past. You never you at this now you not always shout
Shouting?
loud how so sorry,
Shouting?
you say what?
Shouting.
Shouting about me. Yes, you not now you not shouting about me. If you want to ask or tell me something, you talk with me, and That's so great.
Yeah. So the reason why I asked you to share that, it might seem little, you know, but it is not, because your child was able, because you are one of the first person she has known, and then she knows you very well. And since you started your journey with us, she noticed some changes. And I think that she's the right person to measure the difference between your old you and the new one. You see? And it means that there is something positive there that happened. And I really want to tell you congratulations, and keep doing what you are doing. Whatever it is that you are doing, that we inspired you to do, it's important to keep doing it, because you said you've realized the positive outcome already in your personal life. And when there is result, that it means that you could simply replicate this even in your professional life. So it is simply a process. You started first with your personal life, but since you are seeing positive results, I think that you could implement the same to your professional life. Now, Coach Jerome, she asked
Yes,
she
Dr.
asked a question about negative
Yes.
quotes. So if
Well,
you
yes.
would, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your beautiful testimonial, Mrs. Vincent Line. And thank you, JJ, for uh, uh, let's say, diving into the essence of this testimonial, and uh, not only the meaning, but the implication. I truly appreciate. Well, negative thoughts, okay, come, okay, and they come to any one of us. Let's be real. Let's be honest, okay? Because scientists said that we have 60,000 thoughts per day. Can you imagine that? 60,000 thoughts per day. So it is vain, okay, to pretend to control them. We will never, okay, control 100% of our thoughts. It's not possible. It's not possible. But what we can do, we can choose to focus on the good thoughts. Okay? So whenever a negative thought come to you, okay, or come to your mind, you just need to uh you don't need to struggle, okay, with it. No. You just even need to deal with them. You just need to welcome them. Just simply welcome them. Okay? And once you welcome them, you turn off. Everything is at attention. I shared something in the chat box. Desire, imagination, and attention are the keys to the heaven kingdom. That's what Neville Goddard said in her books, in his book called about the mystics, called the power the power of imagination. Okay, so the power of awareness. Sorry, the power of awareness. So any negative thought coming to your mind, okay, if you do not impress with your attention, will never manifest. Never ever. Because when it's like what Dr. Meda was saying, okay, giving your attention to something is becoming aware of it. And at the moment you become aware of something, you create it. There was always blue car or green car passing through, okay? But the lady or the guy didn't notice them. At the moment he or she gave her or his attention to that, it's manifest. Okay? So having negative thought is not a problem at all. No. But the problem is when you give your attention to them. Okay? You give all your focus, you give your attention to them, then it's become a problem for you. But just having them, you have them, you welcome them, and you let them go. You are passing through you. Okay? They come and they leave. It's simply like that. But the puzzle with us is that when we have a negative thought, we'll spend all day long on them, and we will turn off our attention to the positive one. That's the puzzle. Okay? Instead of welcome them and forget about them, and we use the simple example. If somebody tune in and join us in this webinar, right? And none of us speaks to the person, none of us. What would the person do? The person will leave. Simply like that. If someone tune in right now and none of us says anything to the person will leave. Yes. So we apply the same principle to negative thoughts. They come, okay. You do not give them your energy, your attention, your focus, okay. Because if you do that, you become aware of them. And once you are aware of them, they will materialize. But once you receive them, you do not consider them, okay? You just forget about them. And there we go. It is so simple like that. When I understood this principle, I never get scared about negative thought. Whenever they come, they leave. Whenever they come, they leave. And I totally focus on the positive one, which are related to or pertinent to my desires, my wants, my dreams, and whatever it is that I wish to manifest. Okay? So forget about them. Dedicate your attention, your focus to the positive thought, and the remaining part will leave. For sure they will leave. Thank you.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you so much.
Any other question or contribution?
Good. I
No.
think everything is covered and time is up to pause here.
Yes. So, as usual, I think it is important also to summarize a little bit what we we discuss today. We initially intended to discuss about leadership, but well, today we decided, or the topic chose us. We decided to discuss about the power of manifestation through mindset. We talked about the importance of self-awareness and the concept of letting go to achieve success. There is a saying, something really important that you said, which is, he who can do more can do less. And this is something that is often overlooked. So creation and success stem from within. Doubt and worry are two things that could hinder progress. And it's important to focus on positive thoughts while releasing negative one to really progress. So here are a few key take-home messages I would really love we remember from our discussions tonight. The first thing is that manifestation is a fundamental life undertaking requiring commitment and belief in our inner creative power. Secondly, success and legacy come from, running what you called the biggest business in one's life, which is manifesting what we truly desire because we have the power to do that. And it's important to ask, but to know exactly how to ask to be able to manifest the desires. Visualization and other things, we discussed them in past seminars. So if there are some methods of manifestation you need, you could still watch the replay. Now, negative thoughts are natural. All have negative thoughts, but we need not to fight them. We should be welcoming them, and we release them in the same time without focus, without giving them attention, because attention is what they feed on. As attention gives them power. That is it. So I really thank you all for setting time aside today to join the Positive Institute, the Positive Mindset Institute seminar. We truly appreciate your commitment, and we really hope that those few things we shared, you start applying them in your own life today, starting from tonight, for a better great, successful, and bright future. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Theodore.
Rest of your Saturday,
Thank you.
enjoy also your Sunday, and have a beautiful and productive week ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Yes. Bye
Have a
bye.
good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.